All right. Get things going. Hello, everybody. It's Friday, and we are back in time, back to Slay the Spire 1. As I said, we'll be swapping back and forth, jumping around. We've still got a few mods back here we want to touch, and then kind of keep flipping. So, yeah, today we are going to be tinkering. The mod we have here is the Tinker. We can see, based on our starting point here, we have Vigor gain as our piece, doing some sort of engineering. So, we'll see how this plays. The little blurb, downloading it, this is a mod that, I think it's the most recent on my list. The mod blurb on it says, like, hey, this is kind of I made this as a last hurrah for Slay the Spire 1. It came out in March. So we will get to see exactly what sort of design we have on the Tinker. But yeah, as I was mentioning, I've got about a half dozen other mods that we didn't get to before Slay the Spire 2 came out, which is why we're doing some flipping back and forth. Let's see if we can get Moxed into a Sundering Titan. What sort of combos do we have in here? So, let's learn what our initial setup is. I like our little buddy. We've got gears, a little mask. We clearly have the name plus our design. Never played any Slay the Spire mods or any. You'd be like, absolutely have to play this one if you're a fan of the game. The very first one that comes to mind on that is the one that is released as like an unofficial DLC called Downfall. Downfall is a collection of a number of mods brought together as one, where rather than climbing the spire, you're playing as the bosses descending. So you have some of the mods include playing as the slime boss, or the guardian, and you fight the base classes at the bottom of each act. Downfall also has its own additional class, the Hermit, that goes up normal. But that's number one, I think, would be on the list. I'm trying to think of a couple of the others. There's Packmaster, I think, is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck as far as the mod goes. Again, so Downfall is a number of classes combined. Packmaster is a lot of small 10-card packs all put together that let you kind of chaos draft what your card pool is. You can also choose to build it, but it gives you a very wide sight over what the modding community looks like. You might find certain packs that, oh, this is really cool design. What else has this designer done? Speaking of, let's see what we're starting with here. Looks like we got strike. It's strike. We got defend. It's defend. We got gear up. Alright, Flexterity on your bingo card already. 2 strength, 2 dex, lose 2 strength, 2 dex, goes to 3. And then Dual Shield. Choose an attack or power card, add a copy of that card to your hand. Wow, that makes a copy for 0. Okay. Damn, and it's a defend. That's really nice. Isn't there an official Downfall Slay expansion for Tabletop Slay the Spire? It had a Kickstarter a month and a half ago or so. It doesn't exist yet. It won't for probably a year. But yes, you are correct. Okay, so Flexterity and double up. We have our Vigor, which tells me that like multi-hit is gonna have something, and this just seems like very powerful. Okay. What do we want to start with? All our gold. Okay, again, can't do this. We never give up our starting relic in these. All our gold for a rare colorless card. That's not terribly interesting. Like, colorless cards aren't... Colorless cards aren't going to be, like, showing us as cool things here. And the upgrades, this was +3, and this was... Oh, this isn't a random one. This is like copying one in your hand. We don't have any. Honestly, I'd probably just take the cash. We have an early shop if I want. Right, I can only do this drawing. I can't actually draw. 1, 2, 3 elites. We can't triple elite and shop. However, we could take something like this. Here. Get this shop. It's a lot of fires. And then take either of these elites. Something like this. This gives us enough runway so that this elite should be just fine. I would like to take this, but it's mutually exclusive with the late shop. And if I take any of the shops on the right, we're giving up all of our elites other than one. So I think we're going to pass on that. We can just take this at Act 2 or 3. Usually our deck is powerful enough that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, this is fine. Let's just take the cash. Looks like we have enough fires on the way anyway. And right now, none of the upgrades in our base deck feel like mandatory. So... Okay, so that gives us vigor. First each turn, okay. So, this is incentivizing us to block first and play attack second, which is also something that both of these incentivize too. If I'm looking at like kind of our design sensibilities. So we want to go +2 strength, +2 dex. I guess we'll make a copy of a strike. Not that that's going to be too huge. Okay. That's, I guess, interesting. This exhausting, much like means that our deck size stays the same. Fun few copies we had in the pool. I wish the colors on those were a little bit more different. All right, what do we got? Draw 4 cards, gain 1, weak 1, frail. That's a lot of card draw for 1. God damn. 5 on upgrade? Oofa. Hold up. Gain 2 block, gain 2 weak. Okay, so we have a self-debuff piece on here, right? You can see multiple cards here that, like, this applies weak to us, this applies weak to us. And then blueprints, the blueprints, the award-winning video game from last year. Pull up from oh, is that the same as the Hermits? Okay, this is interesting. This gains a huge amount of block and gives us an insight. Insight isn't shown here, but that's the Watcher's Draw to, the soul. Effectively. Nothing offensive here. The drawer is really interesting because this is like, we want to play it like last because then the weak frail falls off, but then like, then what are you doing with the drawn cards? Our deck contains a couple, or 1-0, but it's not super huge right now. And this is a million block for 1 card. 12 and 16. That's more than this card gives for 2. Okay. Always draw last. Yeah, this is just a very sizable amount. Though we'll want to play it last, which is fine. The vigor builds. Let's go ahead and do that. This is interesting, too, to see if the draw... This just feels like... I guess if we're always hit by that, it won't matter. If we're always weak, then all the drawbacks are null, right? Okay. Well, we don't have attacks in this hand, but we can copy attacks to get in this hand. Last click, yeah. It's been wild playing, like, getting myself back into Netrunner and, like, living with, like, Dr. Nuka instead of Diesel and, like, seeing people playing, like, Blueberry Diesel, and I'm just like, what happened to Diesel? Like, when I think of, like, the most notable cards in all of Netrunner, it's like Sure Gamble and Hedge Fund, Scorched Earth, Snare, and Diesel. Something like that. Order... To gear up, we're not... I'm just gonna take the one. Yeah, after, FFG dropped the license, or no longer had the license for, Netrunner, a group of players took it over. And Null Signal's been running with it for 7 years now? Jackson Howard is probably who you were thinking of. Yeah, Jackson Howard was the asset from early Netrunner that was played in nearly every Corp deck. Okay, I want to add some offense to this deck. We clearly are fine on defensive options, but not getting a cultist down that quick feel. Okay. Apply to frail. Wow. And weak? That's an incredible strike. Defense and offense in one card. The frail. Open shop. Interesting. This gives us a tongs every turn. And then Scrap Shield is a... Oh, wow. That's a lot of block on the upgrade. Okay. I said I wanted some offensive options in here, and yeah, I suppose it's not random. That's really interesting. Allen Key is almost 2 strikes. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. The weak is always also something really strong. Okay, sorry, you're probably getting a defend here. Because we have the extra block from Dual Shield. Yeah, we can hand you a defend. Strike will be next. Okay. I'm gonna copy my Allen Key. Frail on an enemy is really funny. Okay, and we're able to just block as we want. That's enough, right? Yeah. I had to account for, like, weak vigor up, down. Okay, upgrade our hand. Need for block 2 times. 3 times? Okay. Attack mode. Interesting. And then Pliers, which is... Okay, Thunderclap is the card I'm thinking of, but this isn't AoE. It has higher Vuln on it, though. And Double Defend. Which, I guess we have... This makes decks apply better. And we have, like, up decks, down decks. Are we going to see artifacting? This feels like like, what we've seen a lot of kind of has the implication of artifacting as a... Especially because, like, engineering tends to have that as its thematic bit. If I pick attack mode, I want that pretty quickly. This doesn't exhaust. Okay, We don't have any block in this hand anyway. Six, 14, or just... We'll take a lump anyway. We didn't have any block in the first place for that minus dex to backfire on. Yeah, give me that strike copy so that I've got some offense. And clean up. Okay. Reverse battery. Gain 7 block. Okay, that upgrade is pretty... And then we've got turbo. But 2 burns, okay. Deal 9 damage, choose a card, add a copy of that card to your hand. Another... Okay, copying seems to be a continuous piece going... Yeah, sorry, turbo overclock, yeah. Turbo, but instead of the void, it's giving you the burn from overclock. Okay, a couple burn cards in here, too. Reverse battery is powerful on the play there, though it needs that upgrade. I know we've got a good amount of upgrades available to us in the future here. We're going to take 3 here in a row. It's not awful. Of a card. No, we don't have enough right now that I want to be reducing. But the thing I'm thinking about with the reduction from this is that the copying and reduction all of a sudden goes really wild. Say we have some big attack, battery gets knocked down, and then we copy it and we copy it. Does this upgrade to 13 damage? We've also seen a wild amount of card draw with stuff like Electrocute. Okay. Sort of sitting there between skipping and not. All right. As we saw, the weak on this Allen key seems like the biggest upgrade we can offer. Defense and offense in 1 card. We don't have any AoE at the moment, so that's notable. No defense at all in this hand. Because it's every card in the... Yeah, every card but attack, mode, and strike. Do I just want to, like, cycle a few of these? Okay. We want to go... Defend... Attack mode, knock you out the box, and then work you down. Yeah. That's fine, and then from here we're just all... I want to upgrade that attack mode as well to make up for the -1. Gear Up is hard to use in the current deck. Draw 2 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn, and Double Edge. Okay. Buzzsaw gets an X+1. From the plate tectonics. Alright, what do we got? Who are we facing? Triples. Alright, Definitely worth spending here, but what am I, like, double edging? Oh, God, because if I copy double edge, we can... I can't do both. I can't copy this and copy this. Let's... God, I don't want to copy anything in the hand right now. Maybe the hole up? I don't know. Oh, Alright. I see why this says lose some HP. Okay, okay. Alright, okay. No, I understand. This is dead to a strike plus a, any skill. So, we just go... Oh, wow, that Allen key is going to work out really nicely, too. So, block... if I want to best spend this, we actually go attack mode U and like that. My thought process was between taking more damage and killing this quicker, because if I can kill this next turn, I'm taking no damage, which is the reasoning behind hitting that instead of... Though the numbers on that aren't gonna pan out. We'll take 0, but we're on the off by 1. That's fine. If we can hold over Vigor, then everything's okay. All the double edges in the world, huh? I don't really want to be playing a ton of these is kind of the problem, right? Like, we're not ironclad. That's a lot higher of a cost when you're not healing 6. That contains... Not gonna be enough. The question there is, can I not play the double edge? But we would have to play the one we added in the deck. Alright, we want to find some things that are more beneficial to be hitting with that. Okay. In one blur. Another Allen key. Wabba wabba. Okay. This goes to 10 and 3. Yeah, with like copying cards and attacks. We haven't seen like a 0 cost that I'm looking at, but that feels like a thing that pays off in this. Alright, we want that shop. We got about 300 bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the other Allen key again. I want these to be able to apply weak. Alright, let's see what sort of stuff we find here. Waffle, if I just want to go back to full, which is whatever card is retained, upgrade it. 7 block for each unique, plus double up for each unique debuff. Oh. Huh. And then Bolt Spray here is the card that we want to upgrade. This is... We already have the strength gain and the vigor stuff, so Bolt Spray is like the kind of thing we want in here. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking remove a strike. Worth grabbing the waffle. We're going to be spending health. Yeah, Dramatic Entrance is a card we'd love to be copying. Shavings isn't a bad card to be wanting to copy either.
Yours, my friend. Yours, my friend.
Start removing strikes. I think from this point I just want to get strikes the hell out of here. Alright, the upgrade. We talked about that to 16. Attack mode to 3 strength. Bolt Spray is just damage up, not hit up. Let's get that attack mode going. Alright, yeah, I'll take this. Okay, this is just gonna be a wild amount of damage, huh? I'm doing the math on if I need the blessing. This is gonna be 20, 34 damage. The deck is still pretty hefty on attacks. Yeah, we're probably fine. Blink Tectonics is pretty nifty on the upgrade. Oh, you're even doing the tiny hit to start. Huh. That means the deck contains... Yeah, we're just gonna be doing lethal damage. That's fine. There is no point to killing with the double edge here. We're gonna be drawing enough strikes, and you want to be playing the health total more than almost anything else in early fights. Like, yeah, we're fine. Okay. Lens cap. Ooh. 2 blur. Okay. Sizzle. Add a shiv to your hand. Repeat for each unique debuff you have. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Get this to 0 because then it lets me upgrade everything else. Okay. Alright. Let's go attack mode, huh? I have the blur playing the block would be worthwhile there, but we're not going to be taking a hit on turn 3 is the problem. And we get our decks back. Alright. Slime Crush. Alright, dual shield, copy the bolt spray. Okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mass conservation. Okay. This is a upgraded miracle just at base. Steam Engine. Deal 2 damage to all enemies for each card in your hand. Thing 43. Add Thing 44 to your hand. Thing 44. Gain a block, deal damage, draw a card, gain an energy, exhaust. Add 2 copies of Thing 44 to your hand. Okay. Huh. Base stats, triple base stats when upgraded. Obviously, it's a generated card, but we do have mid, like, we can, it doesn't retain. This is the most interesting card. Like, Steam Engine is what, when we're playing it, especially with Vigor and the way that this would go, it would be like 4 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage per card in hand. And that's like 0 for 32, and it's AoE, and it's like a 0 cost attack to up. You know, the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm talking it up, the more I feel like I should be picking the Steam Engine, right? Mass conservation also is real, but Thing 43. This is the most interesting one because it makes the weird cube. I don't think this is the worst one. I think upgrade, I think it, like, it does some nasty stuff. Obviously with minus Dex it's worse, but with the Kunai it's interesting. Yeah, this is also, like, cycling on an upgrade, which is wild. They're all, like, pretty nifty. Let's go with the thing. Collar, no smithing, double potion. I'll go collar here. Like, we could take the no smithing because we have, open shop, and that could set up for our upgrades. Where is our... Ooh, on the left side there. Am I ignoring you? What does this look like? We take the late shop, so we have like about 300 bucks going in. I can't get triple elite on this because of the setup. It's only line, and this is the only top one. Something like this, where we get like a pretty hefty event line. Doesn't give us a lot of upgrades. I'd like to take this instead. What does that look like? It looks like this. That's not too bad. We get the shop late. No, this actually is fine. We get the elite, we get the shop, we get we take a little bit more. That's fine. Yeah. Me sitting here overthinking it. Alright. Um... Okay. Let's get one of you on the ground. We have the blur, but I'm not like playing a lot of block to take advantage of free blur. You're probably hitting for the big numbers today. That's fine. Okay. Get that bird off the table. We need to carry some of that over. Blur 2 is wild. Okay, so that retains. Go. Kill this bird. We can't kill both? Alright, well then we do want to... This. And then... Yeah. Okay. Open shop. Okay, maybe... Hello. Special package. So this is slightly worse dash, but it makes copies of itself? Okay. I don't think we need a second copy of Open Shop. Though it does make me, if we had taken our other... Just have infinite blur. How many copies of worse dash do you want? That seems like a card that's super cool on the, like, cost reduction plan. Like, that's a super strong thing to be able to, like, reduce the cost of. Let's move on. There were ways to do that that didn't full block, but I always value that more anyway. Yeah, let's upgrade the dual shield. Okay, this is actually way too funny. Carry that over. Like, yes, we're weak, but that's okay. Alright. We're getting that dex back. That's working good. Okay. Well. Oil. Hello! 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 Okay, this is where it exists. Damn, that's just at common, too. Alright, get that rust going, get that artifacting going. That... Artifacting with gear up is obviously incredible. Artifacting to set off the attack mode is gonna be fine. Non-exhaust on that oil. And then Bolt Spray upgraded is, like, one of the most damaging moves we have access to, right? I think artifacting changes what we have. Like, right now, this and gear up, I guess those are the only, Let's take the rust. I think we can make good use of it. I know that's a non-exhausting. Yeah. It's not bad. I always feel like I'm not... no, we're fighting. Thanks. I will spend here, too. Yeah, let's just go ahead and, like... spend some of these? We can go, like... upgrade... play the plate tectonics... Okay. And who needs dex anyway? I sure don't. Okay, so let's go... thing... dual shield, make another thing. Get Rusty, get you off the table. Start working, get you off the table. And gear up. Okay. So, Hourglass has you on the following turn, so I want to try to get you Romeo right now. Upgrade that, please. Well, I suppose. Get a red mask. Not played. Gain... if the last card played this combat was a power, pick up a card. And the hot plate. We only have the one power right now. I know we can double it up. This plays like a power, but it's just open shop. This is cute, but it's your whole turn. Clearly sets up for the next. Move along, move along. No, I think they're... ooh, you. You can have... You can't have my attack, but you can just have the liquid memories. Okay. Alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright. That does change some things. Whenever you play an attack that doesn't cost 0, make a shiv. Whenever you play a card that costs 0, deal random damage. I'll take the follow-up shivs. Okay, let's put up full block. Okay. Okay. We're already weakened. Alright. Could carry over. Take a little bit of a lump for it. And you're gonna do your thing. We just need to hit you with anything. We're gonna be killing this turn, aren't we? It's just gonna be a matter of how much health I'm willing to spend. The answer to that question is as much as is needed, no more. Love this power. What an interesting one. Like the free shiv after every play. And then, like, you're just gone. I don't need to think about this. My hand is a million attacks. Bag of marbles with our red mask. Okay. Hello? Oh my god. Oh. Molten Strike. That's a cool strike. Yeah, what if we're able to just do whatever we want with these? I'll take one of these. The Molten Strike is obviously really strong, too, because of the strength up in pieces, but... Okay, Okay, and then... Anyway. Nice Vuln. getting the gear up in there would have been nice, but we needed a weekend plus the block. And, like, we can negate the pile of debuffs coming our way. Really just, like, the double edge is a little of a harder sell for me. That's fine. Yeah, the no more draw is a debuff that we override. Not that Kaga... exhaust or anything. The juice. The juice. That's so much vigor. Okay, gear up, get Rusty, get you. Artifact works in either side of the strength up or strength down play, so... And, like, because it applies strength then dex, like, it eats in that order. Alright. Juice. Strength up? No, we're just healing up. Okay. Using 2 flexes a turn, you want to be like flex artifact rather than like waiting for like the way of covering that. All right, then you're gonna turn on the offense, but it's not gonna matter because we are now in deep in the mystery drink retainers. End your turn. Okay. Deal 6 damage. Okay. Ah, the ligaments. Uh-huh. Instead of the armaments? I understand. I get it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I don't want to upgrade that, but I am... Oh, well. Can you take my key? I want to upgrade it so that the copies are upgraded as well. Okay, hello. This hand is junk. Gonna retain this. Okay. Bonk. Another enfeebling spores? Wow, you're taking a lot more time off than you usually are. Okay. This mod, to my knowledge, isn't based on, like, a character or anything. It was a mod that was noted as one that made so that for, like, hey, it's the end of Slay the Spire 1, and I wanted to make something a little more, like, base Spire inspired. Scrap turret. Whenever you play a 0, deal 4 damage. Wrench whap. Okay. And another double-edged scrap turret. Or you could play a card that costs 0. Yeah, we can have one of these. Maybe we can get the combo going. I don't think I have too much more room for, like, interesting, powers? Each unique debuff you have. Yeah. Obviously, we have Blur. We could hold that over. I could attack, but I actually think more energy is going to be a little bit more useful on a future turn. Okay. Plate tectonics. So we can go... Open shop. Hole up. Plate tectonics. Artifacting. Attack mode. Bolt. Yeah. That's actually a very common style of Slay the Spire mod, is just the unique character. My own, like, maybe not directly my own OC, but that sort of feeling in it, right? Let's get a lot of things. And here we got all the energy in the world. We can go ahead and just strike down. Bottled Tornado. Ooh. Okay. Hot Pot. Okay. you just keep warming it up. Rolling cogs. This here has the energy of Unlimited Blade Works, but like cogs. That's a really good one for our multi-hits. Yeah, let's put open shop in there. I like the Perpetual Stew. That's a cool one. Ah, we don't have it. We want to go... Alright. Awkward position. I was hoping we'd get artifacting to block that, but... Okay. We'll take Weak Frail applied. I know we could have artifacted the minus dex, minus strength, but this way we are more on the Snecko. Hello, hold on. This is just gonna be lethal, right? Yeah, alright. Red Juice Plus. Makeshift Drawer? That's a lot more interesting now. How much red juice is too much red juice? Okay, sadistic nature. Another bolt spray might actually be... Entangle. And then adapt to survive. I'm sorry, is that meat on the bone, but it's like a large bolt? Or are you eating a meat on the bone, even though you would never eat the meat? How will red juice stack is an interesting question. Will it weaken us twice, or will it just be like 18? When you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 5 damage. We do have those Allen keys. Looks like Allen keys are the only thing we have. I'm gonna kill a strike. I just want these out of here. Electrocute is way more powerful now that we have ice cream, by the way. I didn't care too much about it. Do we want strike over the double edge? I avoid the double edge, but I feel like it's because in the fights where it's gonna matter, it's gonna do way too much.
Yours, my friend. Lamp oil. You want it?
2 vuln. I might keep the rest here. Alright, smithing. I should probably just make this upgraded. I really want it to be upgraded basically all the time. Okay, hey collector. Good luck. So... Ooh, double-edged, and then, like... Duplicate the turret? Okay. Hey, buddies. Okay, I love to have thing 1, thing 2 here. Thing 4 and thing 4. See where that goes. So the idea here is that the hourglass will take you down. Gear up. Now we get plus strength, plus dex, and it's perfect. And it's time! The juice. Yeah, 16 vigor in 1 week. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to electrocute after we draw here. We're going to go ahead and plate tectonics for the draw 3. And now that we've shuffled, we can do this. Alright. Pouring code red in the robot's mouth. 26 juice. Alright. Yeah, it's fine. Weak, vuln, frail. You got it. I'm gonna upshift. And then I'm gonna hit you with the package. 27. Okay. We've got a, like, this is pretty fun because we have a very clear, like, plan that we've morphed into. If you don't have any artifact, gain an artifact and 3 block. Huh. 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 That's a much more interesting version of cogs. We kind of like... That's also free block. Also, alphabet soup. Alpha beta soup. Omega, all caps. This is the card that gets added by, like, alpha. Alpha adds beta. Beta adds omega. Omega then would be the Watcher power that deals a ton of damage. Like, it's not showing it, but I'm gonna take microbots. Remove 2? Yeah, like, it's 50-60, I think? 50-60 upgraded? And it's like just end of every turn. Curse key. 1 curse. Or we can remove strike defend. Having ice cream makes key worth so much. We can just eat the curse out. Alright, so remember, we need to take the bonfire key. Saying it aloud so I don't forget. Looks like we've got double elite here. What if I took this side instead? What does this look like? We don't... That is an assumption on my part. Because it's named Alpha Beta Soup, I assume that's what it does. Okay. Let's take this. This looks fine. This is double elite. We get a shop at the back. Curse key only hits us once, and we can just eat the curse out. Hey, jerk. How you doing? Okay. Cool. The blur, again, does so much. Imagine we find Anchor or friends, right? Like... Okay! Yeah, you got it, boss. All right. So we gain the artifact, and then the dread juice is going to eat the artifact so that we always gain the block off of this. Like, that goes wild. Okay. We no longer have the drawback. Rust Wall, Molten Strike. Molten Strike's another double up. Yeah! Love to don the red vase. Alright. So let's go... Okay. I don't know, if it was separate, it would be, like, if it gained 2 and 6 block. If they were separate buffs, the first one would cancel the second, right? Like... Ooh, we can rolling cogs and just get one off the table? Okay, the timing on that doesn't work out. Interesting. So it gains it before it loses it for gaining... Okay, there's some interesting pieces to be learned here with exactly how it... Alright, wake up. Wake up. A hero. Dun, dun, doo, doo. Cog is no longer as huge a card for our deck, is it? Cog has kind of outlived the point where it does anything for us. Okay. Also another bolt spray. I'm a big believer in passive defense. We're just gonna block this. I'm not gonna roll around on you for a while. Yeah, for that reason entirely. I have an artifact, so we need the juice, so I can have the juice eat the artifact, then everything going from there. I love wide potions. Okay, there's the juice. Alright, now we've got all the defense in the world ready. Like, I have, just very hefty hits. Shrug. Playing this actually is less block now? Like... We got the old Orichalcum going on, but like in a much wilder position. Flesh. Hello? Yeah, I'll take exhausting pot of greed. I know that this is like we're like it looks like we're swallowing like this is like an X-ray on the neck. And it's like, sorry, your esophagus looks like it's got a little bit of pot of greed going on in there. This is obviously wild if we ended up with that, like, card that loves being multi-upgraded. We already have this, though. I'm gonna go ahead and use this to upgrade some of the powers that we want upgraded on early turns. Like, we're already starting with this in the hand, like... Do that for the decks. Coming in for all the damage, as tends to do in this. Okay. And then hole up is the full block. Like, yeah, we're weak, but we don't get more weak blood. It's fine. Being able to block against something like this is pretty goddamn nice. Okay. I'm gonna copy you. Thing 43 plus. Dual shield. Thing 43-4. She. Pot of greed. This cube allows me to draw 12 cards from my deck. We're already full blocking, huh? Alright, and then, attack mode. Okay. Delivery for you. Okay. Potion belt. Reverse battery. Okay. So reverse battery now. Is that worth it for, like, making some of these 0? Or am I just passing on this? Clamps. This is cute. Let's keep the deck kind of, I want to say tight at 28. We're going to grab the grab here and move on. Time cops? Yeah, we're time cops. Okay. Hey, baseball, how you doing? Is this hand? All right. Get this thing off the table. I don't want dazes in my deck as much as I can avoid it. 60. We couldn't give this frail anyway. You? Yeah, okay. Sure. Oh, completely unnecessary. Alright, I am gonna take the box here. Okay, we get a dex. That's probably the best a curse could ever... Ooh. I'm going to be talking about it at the end of the stream, but the Pit Crew Trans Am's going on right now. And big charity event for Trans Lifeline. Gonna be sweet. They're going to be going all weekend. Very recommend you check it out. But right now... we're gonna test our metal. I think I hold the rest of this. Okay. Just got a subway car full of Red Sox fans, baseball. Yeah. Okay. We get to go. Plate tectonics. Okay. One. Absolutely have to give it our all. Okay, so we've got our combo up. Scrap turret. Ceramic pot of greed. Ah, here we go. I don't think we're getting the knockdown. Eat it. Okay, final turn. 52. Pretty good. Not bad, not on the level we've seen other mods. Ha! 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 Yeah, okay. Defense mode. Attack mode. I think we're good on Dex because of this kunai. We don't need to pick that up. Argument to be made for the insight in there being real. Ooh, yeah, I'll spend all sorts of health on this. Trip, madness, deep breath. We're not skipping on this, we're just checking it all first. Violence, magnetism, purity. Mind blast, apotheosis, good instincts. Trip is something we don't have. Apotheosis is usually really, really strong, but having the innate copy of Open Shop really removes the power from that. Like, we already have a lot of upgrades even without this, so... Magnetism? Adds a couple zeros, but... Ah, and built on the Watcher. Alright. Let's take the boss. Probably gonna heal at the, Do not like how much damage I'm taking here with the incoming possibility of 45. Always a threat. Okay. Okay. For the decks. Okay. I want to try a kill right here. Yeah. Okay. Wide regen. Dang. I'm going to remind myself aloud to remove the curse when we hit the, shop. Juice, second juice, third juice, and we're good. Alright, trip, and then, yeah. Oils. Oils is cute, but, like, I think we're actually good on energy right now. Alright. Curse. Remember the curse.
Lamp oil.
Ha! Okay. Not a ton I'm super into here. Orange pellets is obviously fun. Let's go ahead and remove the curse. How much cash am I willing to just, like, sit with? We get to sit with 300 if I take the orange pellets? Prototyping with magnetism is certainly a lot better now. I think I'm just gonna take pellets. I know we've got a lot of stuff that maybe the Swift Potion too. No, let's just take the pellets, call it good.
Lamp oil.
And I am still gonna rest here. Mostly because I don't feel like the upgrade does anything. Alright. Oh, I'm very good at order, huh? That's fine, we'll remove that pretty quick anyway. So I can play Panic Button and it's not a problem because we have Blur, but we only get 3 cards next turn, and I don't want to drop that to 2. That's the reason I'm not playing it here. $19, we've got full blocks, so whatever 3 cards I have that are the best 3 cards, we just get to play them. Double Edge, double red juice? Yeah, alright. So we get that draw reduction. We've all the energy in the world now. This hand is quite bad. Okay. Take a lump. I don't like it. We don't have our passive defenses at all yet. Oh, well, that's just the turn is off. Okay. Play the Rust Wall, play the Plate Tectonics to draw. Cog. Gear up. Attack mode. Red juice. Crunch. Okay. So we're at 28 every turn. Okay. Okay. Nine, 10, 11. Pass the turn. And now we're gonna kill through the heal. I say, looking for an attack in my hand. Good. Okay. All right. And you know what that means. It is time to place your bets. Where do you think this one's going to land score-wise? I know if you're in Slay the Spire 2 brain, you got these gigantic numbers in your mind. Remember, we are just on Ascension 0 and Slay the Spire 1. So. Yeah, place your bets. What do you think score is going to land on for this? One of the things I'm most intrigued with this class is that we've seen a number of cards that reach out to some different plans that look very real. Multi-upgrade and upgrading in the middle of a fight. More of the artifacting that we're using for pieces. Like, there's some... The numbers work now in Slay the Spire 2, but they're like... less random. It's basically like floor count plus elite plus like 2 or 3 other things. It's very small. All right. Anyway, are our bets in? Last call for bets. Only... Nobody on the dollar. Alright. If nobody wants it, can this experiment be considered successful? 834. And it looks like we figured out the reason I called out the dollar. Everyone's over. Everyone's got their higher numbers from Slay the Spire 2 on the brain, thinking of Ascensions. You know, the base number in Slay the Spire 1 is 500? Whereas in Slay the Spire 2, what, 1248 or something like that? Spammy. You did get that in time. So. Oh, no. There are, like, the standing bets we know that a lot of folks put in. Our different 1312s and all that. But yes, Spammy V, this one's yours. You can take this one with that 4 in just under the buzzer. Congratulations. Alright, let's go ahead and, you were trusting Thing 43, Thing 44. I'm trusted that card. That card does a ton of work. Congrats, Spammy. Alright, very little left here. We just have our final fights. Let's upgrade some more of these powers. Magnetism in case... And we got 300 bucks. That's a big item in the shop.
Bombs.
Huh. Yeah, Battlemath, thank you for gifting Spammy a sub. So, Ignis. That's very real. Card removal. Chemex is not. I know we passed up, I think, a couple X's that might have worked out for this.
Lamp oil.
That one's pretty funny. I think I'm gonna go Chaos, Ignis, remove a card.
Where's my friend? You want it? You want it?
That gives us room for a possible goodie from this fight. Okay, starting things off with the ceramics. Okay. Okay, okay, full block and a lot of artifacts to block the, like, minuses we're about to take. Okay. Okay. Awkward, but does this frail ever do anything? I'm unconvinced the frail actually does anything in this. No, I mean like literally. Not like, oh, it has too low of a ceiling. Like, I just don't think it had an effect. Because it says card, so that might be part of it. Alright. Like it, yeah, like that wasn't coming from itself. I don't know. I'm sorry. Is this a zero cost draw for? Hello? I mean, yeah, draw one less card next turn, sure, but we can artifact through that too. Sure, I'm in. Alright. First thing off the table. Have a drink. Second thing, we're gonna take a little bit of damage. Alright. Hello to all the garbage in the world. That just becomes an 8 on upgrade? No thanks. Well. I don't think we're gonna need... Alright. Boop. And there goes all those. We're good forever. And I'm gonna put up the block, specifically because with the block up, like, it's blurred right now, so we want to have enough block for the big hit next turn. Orange pellets, I tell you. Okay. Ceramics. Okay. That lets us double up the microbots. And we have double... Oh, God. This is where double edge is going to start happening. Like... Sadly, the artifact doesn't go up on this, but the juice does. Nice. Was not counting that. Alright. Our damage isn't that high, but that's because we haven't yet hit, these turns, you know? Alright, we got the Vuln through. Big damage coming our way. Ooh, Molten Strike is nicely timed here. I think we want to go grab the secret technique. Put up the attack mode. Nice. I don't think I want to play this Electrocute. Oh, no! One. Fine. We don't have any double attacks in hand. Alright, we gotta pull out that EKG. Electrocute the heart. Clear. Art? Ah, our good old friend the Ironclad is here for us at the end. Well. Yeah, this thing gets to have snowball offense with the vigor and pieces that we're playing with. 1934. With that much strength, we're the Ironclad, let's be real. Let's go ahead and quick take a look in here. We got the Clamper. So yeah, we can see that there's some other plans that exist in here. Maybe higher defensive ones. We got the multi-hit to go with our stuff. We weren't playing into that. There's retain bits. Oh! Huh? Flexterity lives again. Buzzsaw. But we have... Ooh, okay, that's cute. The Steam. Entangle. So this is like a drawback you would sidestep with artifacting if you wanted, or like just blocking it. Upgrade all cards in your hand. The Blur. The Hot Pot. We can't see how that scales, so I'm guessing 2, 3, 4. Oh, we also have like this, like, if your last card played was a power, it does a thing. Greater Flex. Ooh, yeah. Big flex. Junk Pile. This card's like wild. Ah, Second Punch. That just got yeah, okay. That's all your offense in one card. A lot of energy game. Oil. Electrocute. We saw that rare as well. Open Shop's powerful. Whenever cards retained, upgraded. We were drinking deep of the mystery juice. The cogs. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and this fits in with, like, we see this, like, kind of, like, big cost thing. Especially, like, the 1-2 punch seems to be one of the pieces for that. Like, this makes a big cost thing, and then you, like, eat it down or something like that. A lot of exhaust plan, because we see a lot of, like, self-exhausting things as well as shiv and stuff creation. Add daze to your hand. Wow, okay, that's cute. Because daze in your hand just exhausts. Okay. The sorting algorithm will put Clash above the Dark Embrace. Yeah, strike and roll another power liker. This is, again, an interesting one, because you can't always be doing these. Swooper, which is not a whooper. Wind up punch. 756 Kelvin. We're burning. Running hot. Omega. The disco ball. Interesting. So this is again, with this deck, you can play into the confused, play big things with it, or you can just sidestep it entirely because there's a lot of artifacting. Artifacting is incredibly powerful, by the way. Dang. I'm sorry, that's a skill? It's not a power? You sure about that one? Yum. I'm so full of gears. Yum. Microbots. Nail gun! Yeah. I wish the upgraded art added another nail. Plague jar. Oh, poison? Oh, I suppose, again, you sidestep the drawback on this. Potato cannon. Can't block from cards. The printer. Yeah. Uh-huh. Add a copy of the first card you play each turn to your draw pile, discard pile, and your hand. The copy also is a wild piece of technology in here. You do so much copying. I know I was a little reticent to be using our life loss in those fights, but, like, I cannot deny the power of the double edge. So, anyway, that was the Tinker. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining. Hope you had a great time with today. I know I enjoyed going through another class. If you want to catch more, you can always follow. So you're going to go live. Slay the Spire is Friday, 7 Central. But you can see the rest of the schedule. You can subscribe to these cool skulls and slimes, all that jazz. But if you're just here having fun watching, talking, not talking, asking questions, I'm always happy to answer. Or just, having a good time, A+. Glad to have you here. As I said before, gonna send you on over to the Trans Am going on, the 48-hour marathon that the pit crew is doing. Support Trans Lifeline. They've got this continuous big event going on for the next 2 days. Hope you have fun with it. So, yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.